Peggy 18.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Planetbase. If I recall correctly, this is episode 19. Now, in the last episode, I kind of did address a couple of things, but we are still sort of lacking the personnel that has tragically died of starvation somehow. I mean, if I would have like 15 veggies and 15 vitro meat, sure, I can understand it, but with these stats, really doesn't make sense. So what I want to do is probably run the game for like 20 minutes or so and see if we actually get some colonist ship, because on the previous episode, due to a glitch which tends to reappear in the game, none of the colonist ships have actually arrived. We were getting one trader after another, but not a single colonist ship. And due to the fact that if we would go to certain parts of the colony, we can still see that the crops are not receiving the support that they do require. Due to this, even though we have 60 botanists or biologists here at the colony, what we need to do is probably increase their numbers even slightly more, and therefore hopefully also get our hands on some more workers so that the veggies can be properly maintained and we will be not running into starvation issues. Not really sure if it would help for me to put all the biomes or the biodomes on like a high priority. I might try to run it with that setting turned on for the time being. We're gonna see if it's gonna somehow affect the colony on its own. I mean, we have quite an extensive number of the biodomes at this point, so I'll be really interested to see how this can affect our overall food production, and if the vitro meat production will also suffer due to the lack of biologists that should be available to maintain the what are those stations called? The tissue synthesizers. So I'm gonna just probably like shut up now for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, let the game run, and I'll talk to you once the time has passed. Fingers crossed we're gonna get some freaking colony ship, not too many shootings, and hopefully something will show up, because otherwise we're gonna run into some big issue of not receiving more people for the colony.
Day 2. Day 3. Day 4. "2,000 years later."
Okay, I give up. Some time has passed, I have built the signpost, I have put down the blueprint for the pyramid, but for the love of it, I cannot understand why no more colonist ship want to arrive at the colony. We are missing quite a lot of colonists. I mean, a couple of episodes ago, we did manage to get a lot of them die of starvation. So we went from around like 180 colonists to 161. Only one ship has arrived, and of course, it has dropped off a biologist, which to me is right now completely useless. So I'm gonna have to think about doing something that will make sure that we are gonna get our hands on more people, otherwise this colony cannot keep on going. At certain point when your colony will reach certain population, you will start to realize that unless you are able to provide certain amount of work power, it's just not gonna work for you. So I'm really kind of struggling to determine what might be causing the issue that those damn freaking colonist ships do not want to arrive, and therefore we might try to go with some traders. Potentially I can try getting the visitors in, who knows how that will affect the colony. I'm not really sure if it's that appealing, but for the time being we might take a look and see what will happen. Not really sure why the welfare is showing as really poor. They have plenty of meals and everything else, so I really hope this will change. I really hope that the pyramid will also somehow help to do God knows what. It's an external structure. I don't really see any other benefit to it. Monolith I'm gonna try to build somewhere else. But we should definitely think of expanding the colony further more. We're still missing 2 pieces of metal. I'm really hoping that's not gonna be an issue. We are sitting on some stupid amount of storage, so whenever I will have the chance now, I'm gonna most likely try to sell off the storage, otherwise we are gonna run into some storage issue. We have our first sandstorm coming in, believe it or not, so I'm really hoping they're gonna be able to put together this pyramid thingy. Really don't understand why this cannot be like an internal structure so that you can go in, get some sun or something, and get out once you're done. Make at least some sense to me, but oh, what the heck. We are gonna go ahead and sell off as much starch as we can. The rest will be paid off using the coins. So at least we are gonna ditch 30 units of storage, and well, there's no proper way for me to try and fill in the colony over here. Hold on, we need to put down the yellow alert. You wonder if the signpost will actually show that sandstorm is approaching or something is gonna happen, but it doesn't look like it. So what we might end up trying to do is just build a bunch of biomes or dorms, or well, just these structural buildings which can contain people inside, and somehow try to fill in this land somehow and try to get the colony connected. I'm gonna speed up the footage, and I'm gonna try to think of some sort of way of how this can potentially be done. Okay, so that was quite a long sandstorm, but we should be fine. Now we should still be producing quite the large surplus of energy, which means I should also pop down some batteries potentially, but now the big question is if we can build through this thing. And I kind of have to decide on what would be the most reasonable structure to build around in here. I really don't know if I should go with another biodome. I mean, we have one over here. The thing is, however, that we would be able to at least supply these drink machines. I'm not getting even any visitors. That is so weird. And you are a big ship, but I cannot like load in too much storage in you because we have only one airlock that we are working with, so we're gonna have to not be super crazy here. 40 pieces of storage should do it. So the reason behind me wanting to build a biodome here is that either the bioplastic processors might be supplied or that the drinks machine might be supplied. But because we are producing such a surplus of starch, I really don't think I should be going for anything that produces starch. So thinking of going like this, and maybe we can put like one of those massive batteries in here. And I'm really hoping that the other structure might be permitted to be built somewhere through here. Haha! Okay, so we are able to branch out into this part of the map. Great. I'm kind of realizing there is no actual laser that is protecting this part of the map. So another good idea would be to potentially build a security center somewhere around here we're gonna try to put down like a telescope and a laser in these parts. For some reason, I am unable to go in this direction. There's like an invisible wall. What the heck? Is that a thing in this game? I thought like I can expand beyond the horizon, but it's not actually allowing me to do so. That is so messed up. Because if I cannot go through here, then I obviously will never be able to like connect this part of the colony. Does it truly mean that I have like reached a limit potentially, or the edge of this map, and if I will want to play further, I will need to start off a brand new colony? Wow, this actually never happened to me before. I ran out of a freaking space to build. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, I have seen like on YouTube certain videos with population of like 1,000, and people were just able to keep on building. So why the heck is there an invisible wall over here? This is so weird. Yeah, I'm really hoping that the laser here will be able to protect this part of the colony. Certain structures are claiming to be out of power, but we are producing the power. So it's just that the connection has not been constructed apparently. So what do we want to build in here? Let's go with some GM tomato. And maybe some radishes, mushrooms, and onions. And that'll do for now. When it comes to the lab, what I would actually love to get here is the workbenches for medicine, because we are sitting on some stupid amount of medicinal plants and, well, not that many medical supplies, to be perfectly honest. Oh, come on, you gotta hook me up with the control center. Really, there is a invisible wall. That's just so messed up. That makes me think if I should just build this really weird looking construction. And that might be it for this save file. Not really sure how to process this information. Someone will have to let me know in the comment section if there is such a thing as the end of the world for Planetbase. Like I said, I've never been able to expand the colony into this much of a size before, so it's actually kind of interesting for me to realize that I might not be even able to make like 20 episodes for the colony. Haha, fun stuff. But then I'm gonna have to think of doing something else for Planetbase, because so far it's like one of the most popular series on the channel. So I definitely want to try to keep that alive. I'm just not really sure if I have what it takes to survive on the icy planet. I might have to like do a test run, and if the colony will survive for like 3 days, I might try to like create the actual footage for the channel. Any tips or tricks would be highly appreciated. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this episode. We have built few things, we have expanded, we have reached the edge of the known universe, and apparently I'm not really sure if I will be able to expand even further, which sucks because this is a lovely place to put like 2 airlocks and have like a starport at, but what do I know, right? So So I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. For more fun content, consider subscribing to the channel or giving it that like, because if you do so, the YouTube algorithm will try to push the content onto more viewers, and I really need the views here on the channel. I really do appreciate the feedback and the fact that someone is enjoying the content, besides the fact that it's usually just me talking about complete nonsense for over 20 or 30 minutes at a time, but you never know. Sometimes people just wanna have some friendly voice to listen to while they are doing the dishes or something around the apartment. You never know. But yeah, I'm gonna just cut it off here. Hope you did enjoy the episode, and hopefully I will see you at the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.